Hello and welcome to this latest video from the Functional Skills Level 1 and Level 2 Maths course, and this lesson is all about reading, writing, ordering and comparing percentages. So the learning outcome is to read, write, order and compare percentages. Before we start the lesson, it actually helps us to understand the definition of a percentage. So my question to you is, what is a percentage? We see percentages everywhere in the real world, where we have the percentage discounts and 5% off and 10% off and so on. The actual percentage symbol gives us a bit of a clue. This percentage symbol has, over a number of years, come from this. So a percentage means something over 100. So 5% means 5 over 100. So where does this fit with previous topics? Well, for our linked learning, a percentage is a fraction with a denominator of 100. So the fraction 35 over 100 is the same as 35%. Percentages are really important in the real world, and there have been studies done recently that show that percentages are one of the main skills you need in day-to-day life. This report in the Times shows that a top American scientist believes that of the top 5 things you need to know in skills for life, that percentages is first, percentage of parts is second, percentage increases and decreases are third, and that is a mark of how important this lesson is. As we discussed at the start of the lesson, our definition of a percentage literally means out of 100, percent, out of 100. And what this means mathematically is you have a denominator of 100. So 1% is 1 over 100, and 65% literally means a fraction of 65 over 100. Much like we were doing in fractions, where two fractions together add up to 1 to give you something, it's no different with percentages. Percentages must add up to 100%. So if we said 38% of the nation voted Conservative, the number 38% is 38 over 100. And when we were trying to make one of something, then the other percentage it links with is the denominator take away the numerator, which leaves us with 62. So 62 over 100. So when we say 38% of the nation voted Conservative, then we say 62% did not vote Conservative. And this is where it links back to fractions. So to be able to read and write percentages, we need to understand the relationship with fractions. So what does 36 represent in mathematics? Well, 36 represents the fraction 36 over 100. And what is 13 over 100 written as a percentage? Then 13% is the same as 13 over 100. To compare percentages, because they share the same denominator of 100, you can just compare the numerators. So when you're comparing 48% with 54%, we're just comparing the numbers 48 and 54. So we know that 54 is greater than 48. So the larger end of our comparing symbol is at the 54 end. So 54 is greater than 48, or if you read it the other way, 48% is less than 54%. And that completes the learning outcome, to be able to read, write, order and compare percentages. There's only really one buzzword to remember, and that is that percentage is something over 100. So whatever the number is, 5% literally means 5 over 100. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you would like more practice on reading, writing, ordering and comparing percentages, then please go to Moodle or ask your teacher for more work on this.